Now, as you guys know, Halloween is fast approaching. It's this Friday, so I've actually brought in someone to talk a little bit about costumes in Halloween. So please give a warm welcome to resident cosplayer Laarnie Barcelon. Hi, Laarnie.
Hi, Ben.
Well, do you want to start off by telling us how you got into costumes?
I kind of got into costumes because I've always been really interested in how costumes looked on theater sets, movie sets, and overall, I've always been interested in seeing people who cosplay online too.
So you know, when you cosplay, you go to like conventions and stuff like that. Have you been to any conventions?
Yes. The first two that I can happily say that I went to was last year's WonderCon and Anime Expo.
Was there anything really interesting that you got to see while you were there?
At WonderCon, there were just so many great cosplays. It ranged from really accurate League of Legends cosplays to really, really cool mecha cosplays. So they were just amazing. And the same thing applies for Anime Expo too.
And you actually brought a couple of costumes here today. Do you want to tell us a little bit about them?
So the cosplay that I made right here was last year's Halloween costume. I made it all by hand because our sewing machine had broken, and I wore it at WonderCon last year too. And the one here, because we finally bought a new sewing machine, this one is from the game Harvest Moon, which is why it looks very farmy-esque. And I wore it at last year's Anime Expo.
So obviously you're really good at costumes. Do you have any tips for last-minute cosplayers or any costumes for Halloween?
Definitely work with what you have in your closet if you can. And I would also recommend, if you can't, that you go to your nearest party city or whatever store that you want to go to. Buy some face paint, do something interesting, just try to be as spooky as possible.
Okay, well, thank you, Laarnie, for helping us with Halloween. So definitely, guys, try to spook it up.